Hey guys, Backyard Scrapping here. Welcome to part 2 of this slot card recovery. And I just wanted to show you real quick how fast stuff adds up. Now, I have completely stripped a dozen boards. But now look at my little bowls already. Good BGA chips, real good BGA chips. Our little crystals and well, we don't have any crystal oscillators, but little crystals, our little tiny IC chips. This is all the copper that I pulled, plus all these MLCCs. So I just wanted to show you, and every dozen, what I'm going to do in this video is every dozen, I'm going to show you how much bigger this pile gets until we get it completely finished. So, and remember, inside these, those are all, let me see if I can find one that shows it very good. These are all, well, you can't see it here. Let me get some light. Gold pins that have to be pulled out of here as well. So, this is the only thing we're going to be working on in this video. This is what we're going to refine. The rest of this is going to go in my stockpile. But look already, from just 1 dozen of those, and those are small boards, how much stuff we got. So, every dozen, I'll come in and I'll show you. This is probably going to take me, like I said, over a few day period because I just can't sit down. I don't have the time to sit down and do them all at once. But anyway, we'll get back to you when we get to dozen 2. Okay guys, as you can see, we are up to dozen 4. So I have completed 4 dozen of these. You can see I'm already having to put stuff in bags. These will have to go in the next one. But I just wanted to talk to you for a second about this. These are those little boxes that I'm pulling off with those little copper spools. Now, a lot of people say, you know, that's not worth the time. Well, it takes me probably 10 or 15 seconds extra to take those off the board. And now this is just my personal opinion. But I think in the not too distant future, you're going to regret the copper that you didn't take when you had a chance. Now granted, yeah, for right now, is it worth the time? For whatever, is it worth the time, you know, to be unspooling these little spools and saving this stuff? You know, right now, nope, sure ain't. It's not worth my time or my effort. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Because sooner or later, copper's going to go up. I don't care. I believe it will. It's also used for too many things. There's not too many new discoveries of it or new deposits being found. So I'm going to take the time to collect the copper. You know, I mean, I'm not saying everybody, you know, everybody's different. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I think it's going to be a mistake. I think it's going to be something you're going to look back at and go, hey man, you know, I remember when getting scrap copper was really easy. It's not so easy to get scrap copper anymore. And it is getting harder and harder. You have to look in smaller and smaller places to get it. You know, I mean, you could go to the dump and pick up copper pipe all you wanted 20, 25 years ago. I mean, it was just laying around. Go on job sites and pick up clippings of copper wire. They don't do that no more. You know, I mean, copper's not laying around like it used to be. And it's going to get even less and less. So I just personally think that it's a mistake not to harvest your copper. And I just wanted to throw that in. And we'll get back at you when we get another dozen done. Okie dokie guys, we have finished, and there was 120, there was 10 dozen boards, so there was 120 boards. That's all our connectors that came off of them that all have gold pins in them. This is all our little small IC chips, all the MLCCs. That's the copper that I pulled off. This is the little crystals, BGA chips right here, the bigger processor type BGA chips, and then this stuff, which is what we're going to be working with. So I'll get back with you in just a second. Okay guys, so that was about, I would probably say it was about 8.5 or 9 hours over about, I would say 3 days. I think it was. I think 3 different days I worked on those boards. So that is exactly why I was saying that I don't normally do that, because it just takes too much time. But for the purposes of this video, you know, it was worth it. Anyway, this is the gold fingers that we have cut off. This is the small short side. I'm going to put all those in there. I'm going to see what our total weight was on that. This is 120 boards. So, scale is zeroed out, and we ended up with 224.72 grams. 224.72. So 224.72 grams, about a half a pound or thereabouts. And the next phase of this project is going to be to put these into our acid to get the foils to break off of them or come loose off of them. Then we will filter the foils out, rinse them, and then we will put them in some aqua regia and see how much gold we end up with. So this is going to actually wrap it up for part 2. Part 3 will be the recovery and refining of the foils. Alrighty guys, I will get to that part just as soon as I can. I have to go back to work, so it may be a couple days. But anyhow, this is Backyard Scrapping, and we'll get back to you with part 3 ASAP. Have a good one.